Hi, my name is Angela Deeds, and I am entering the Voices That Give campaign under the Hallmark category. And I've always been a fan of Hallmark, even before I knew it really. My mom and my grandmother are huge, sending cards through the mail, letters, little notes of love. And we used to get them when we would go to camp or in college. And I always loved them, and I have all of them. And they actually all come from Hallmark. So you could say it's genetic. But I really love Hallmark and Hallmark Channel and Hallmark movies and mysteries for a few reasons. Hallmark Channel has become a place where I can escape into grand adventures or just everyday adventures that are just as fun and exciting. Hallmark has become a place where I can dream, step out of the world I'm in or whatever may be going on in my life at the time and just be somewhere else. It's given me a lot of smiles and a lot of giggles. It's taught me how to be authentic. It's shown me what the character of being spunky and curious and strong as a female character and a female lead can be in the world now. It's not just an archetype that I saw in my family or read in stories or heard from my sister. And it was a place of hope where I could get messages of hope when I needed them most. I remember my first Hallmark movie probably was A Boyfriend for Christmas because it's my sister's favorite Hallmark movie. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong on that. And she's 5 years older than me, and I was the tomboy growing up, playing soccer, getting muddy. And this was Hallmark, A Boyfriend for Christmas was her first try to get me to love and enjoy the love stories that she liked, and the happily ever afters, which until that point I really had no time for. So Boyfriend for Christmas started, and then it just grew from there. I remember the only Hallmark romance movie my dad watched with us was Wedding Days, and I think it was like 2004, and it was because he really liked the dad and we liked the dad because it seemed like our family minus the daughter. And then Rebecca, my sister, having me watch the Love Comes Softly series. She had read all the books, and she was really excited, and then I became really excited because it was something I could do with her when she was home from college, and just kept our bond going. And then, more recently, watching Christmas movies with my mom, or Hallmark movies with my mom, but especially Hearts of Christmas with the nurses, and my mom being able to tell me stories about when she was working in the hospital as a nurse and what wards she worked on and what she felt she couldn't do and how much of a family those hospital wards became. So it just helped my family and helped me learn a lot about my mom and grow a bond with my sister when we were so different as kids. And it was also a place where I could find adventure that I wasn't really finding in my own life. I could disappear into When Calls the Heart and be a spunky school teacher on the frontier. And I could pretend I had braved my fear of heights and lack of coordination, and I was on the slopes in Love on the Slopes, learning how to snowboard and zip line, and things I'm just normally not that brave to do, but I would love to learn to do. It also was a place where when my life got scary or messy, I saw that it was okay. That even though you're facing challenges and hardships, and it's really scary at times when someone is sick in your family, or when you're the one who has a chronic illness, or when there's debates or struggles within a family, that's okay, because that's in all families. But also I could see it through the TV, and I could see the happy ending, or at least an ending of knowing more, learning more through either A Christmas Secret with Bethany Joy Lenz, or A Princess for Christmas, and the importance of family after loss. And that was something I desperately needed at the time. Or learning about a new culture and the struggles of that with Loving Leah. And I got to learn about real characters with traits and mannerisms and stories that related to what I'd heard about my grandparents or my great aunts, or the curiosity and the spunk that was encouraged in my household was, well, there's Samantha Kinsey from Mystery Woman, or Hannah Swenson, or Amy Winslow. Women that are not afraid to speak their mind and have their own power and their own identity. And then Hallmark came kind of home, and it was great. I'm so excited with Christmas Joy and Harvest Love. It felt like you were in my backyard. You were in North Carolina and South Carolina and in the mountains during harvest season. And sure, around here it's apples, not pears. But that kind of community feeling in the mountains. But also with Love Takes Flight on the Carolina shores. And that is so much a part of me. And that was just amazing to see it, so everyone could see the beauty of kind of my second home state. It's where my parents are from, so I wanted to share the beauty of what I consider home. And that was always really a really good movie night. And then of course, like every girl in the world, you want to fall in love and find happily ever after. And with Hallmark, yes, there were the movies that were just the right amount of sappy and just the right amount of perfectness. That you couldn't really see it playing out exactly like that in the real world, but you wanted it to. And there were also stories that it was a bumpy love story and they didn't work out right, and people were tripping over themselves, and there were awkward moments, and that just calls out to me because that's who I am. Whether it's autumn dreams of coming back together, or a December bride, or love at first glance, or the love of a dog can bring people together with Love and Sunshine. That's a myriad of different things that can bring people together and bring people through things. So Hallmark Channel and Hallmark movies and Hallmark cards is how it started. It was my place to find refuge, my place to find joy and laughter when I didn't think I could find it, when I wasn't feeling great or didn't understand having a chronic illness young, or dealing with loss. It was a place I could go to dream of grand adventures and escape into amazing worlds and stories that were filled with real characters and that I could giggle along with and smile at the ending, even when the movie made you cry and the struggle was real. But at the ending you got a little bit of hope. And for me, that was so important. And it still is. To have in my life somewhere I can turn to remind myself, so that I can remind others that hope is still here, even in the darkness, even in the scary moments, even in quarantine. Hallmark became a place of that for me. So that's why I'm on here. And I hope that everyone can give to Voices That Give if you are able. Help a lot of children, and please vote for me. And please remember, hope is still here. Thanks.